Dublin, as a UNESCO City of Literature, as a city that has direct connections with 4 people who won the Nobel Prize for Literature, seemed like a natural place to begin this national project. Dublin city itself, its urban landscape, is alive with literature, and it's alive with storytellers from the past and from the present. And children's literature is central to this literary life as well. The National Collection of Children's Books is a research project that facilitates the exploration of children's book collections in the city of Dublin and aims to establish Dublin as a world centre of children's literature research.
The National Collection of Children's Books is an Irish Research Council funded project between the Church of Ireland College of Education and the School of English in Trinity College Dublin, examining children's books collections in 5 Dublin libraries. The libraries involved in the project include obviously Church of Ireland College of Education Library, Trinity College Library, Dublin City Library and Archives, Pearse Street, Cregan Library, St Patrick's College Drumcondra and the National Library of Ireland.
These collections hold children's books from all over the world, and the aim of the project was to take information and to take the catalogues from all the different libraries and put them on one centralised catalogue where we could search in one go all the children's books in the city of Dublin held in these 5 institutions.
Struck me over many years that really what we needed was some sort of unified database and a union catalogue, as we used to call it even. We needed something like that so that people wouldn't have to go from one institution to another, often in just to the hope of finding material that was missing, wondering what was there, this sort of thing. Now we have that thanks to this project.
Alongside a symposium advocating the importance of children's book collections and a co-edited volume of academic essays examining material from the 5 libraries, another important output from the project is our exhibition Come Closer, the darker side of children's books. Running in Pearse Street Library, the idea behind the exhibition was to attract the general public to an exhibition that explores the complicated and challenging nature of children's books.
The National Collection of Children's Books has had a long and varied history. For decades, supporters of children's literature studies in Ireland have talked about the need to gather the information about the resources that we have here in Ireland and to bring that information together onto one central resource. And that's how we end up with the National Collection of Children's Books. So librarians, academics, booksellers, arts organisations, and the general public themselves supported the developments in children's literature over the years. And that's how we arrived at a point where we could actually begin this project, the National Collection of Children's Books.
One of the books I really enjoyed was a recent book written by the Irish playwright and screenwriter Anton O'Flaherty, and he collaborated with the American writer and illustrator Eric Roman. And the book was called The Prairie Train, and it deals with the subject of Irish immigration to America in the 19th century. And that book is only available in one library in Dublin, and it has never been published in Ireland. So even though it's a 20th century book, it might have been otherwise quite hard to find, but I think our catalogue and our database will help the user to find books like that.
So my role essentially is examining the educational texts in the collection. So obviously school books and textbooks are central to that, but more broadly educational texts that encompass things like moral tales, conduct literature, religious texts. So a really broad range of educational texts that we've defined.
one of the strength of our catalogue is to allow scholars to decide themselves either to isolate a single collection or to search across collection and maybe investigate similarities or recurrent authors across the dataset.
So these children's book collections hold children's literature from all over the world and are of interest to students, to scholars and to the general public. Really, this is a unique resource for national scholars and international scholars and allows people to explore the rich and varied cultural heritage that we have.
Because of its finite duration and funding, the project is currently Dublin-centric. However, as the title of the project suggests, our aspirations for it are much greater. We hope that this is a first step towards a more comprehensive detailing of children's book collections in libraries throughout Ireland.